Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Today we'll be starting our module 2, ma.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes, ma.
So you gave an assignment of 8
Yes,
questions.
yes.
So once you can tell the 7 questions, I am not able to.
Tell you the
7th question, sir, the find something is there.
your voice is not clear. You want solution or you want me to explain the question?
I want the solutions. I
Sorry.
understood the. I want the solutions. I understood the question, but I want the
Okay,
solution.
okay. See, not in class, ma. Okay, because we have only 2 hours of class that I can't disturb. Okay, you just pin me in WhatsApp, ma. Okay, in group itself you can ask the doubt. I will clarify there. Is it fine? Yes. Okay. Because weekly we have been assigned only 2 class. You can ask the means lab related doubts in lab, or else anytime you have a doubt you can just post in WhatsApp group. Your friends will be helping out. If not there, I will help you out. Okay, after the class just post that question in WhatsApp group. I'll give you. Okay, I'll tell you the hint, or else I'll give you the solution depending on the question. I'll do it. Okay, so today we'll be starting our module 2, and module 2 has 2 parts. First part is data structures and second part is functions. So today we'll be starting with data structures. Data structures in R programming. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the advantages of data structures? Why the concept of data structures came into picture? We already have data types, no? You take any programming language, you already have data types. Again, data structures came into picture. Why?
It is a bit more efficient way to store mass data.
Yes, not only to store, even to manipulate. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, using data structures, you can store, manipulate, do various things. Okay, more efficiently when compared to data types. Good. Okay. One second more. Okay. Uh, A data structure is a particular way of organizing data in computer. Okay, so that it can be used effectively. Okay, only for the effectiveness we use data structures. Okay, even we can write programs, work with data, okay, without data structures, but it won't be so easy, and it won't be so efficient. Okay, that is the thing. What is the idea behind it? The idea is to reduce the space and time complexity of different tasks. Okay, data structure in all programming are tools for holding what? Multiple values. Hold multiple values. What are that? We'll be seeing one by one. Don't worry. Okay, in R, I'm talking about R. In R, base data structures are often organized by their dimensionality. Okay, so either here data structures can be of one dimension, 2 dimension, or n dimension. Okay, here data structure can be of one dimension, 2 dimension, or n dimension. Do you think your other programming language like C, C++ support these 2 dimension and n dimension? Yes, no?
Yes, sir. Support.
Yes, they support. Okay, using arrays. Yes or no? Using arrays, we can have 2 dimension array, 3 dimension array, n dimension array. We can have. Okay, but here the thing is, it can hold what? Multiple values. What is that? We'll be seeing. Okay, whether they are what? Homogeneous data or heterogeneous data. What do you mean by homogeneous data? What do you mean by homogeneous? The meaning is all the elements must be of what? Identical type. All the elements must be of what? Same type. If all the types in a container are of integer type, then that is what? Homogeneous data. If a container contains what? Integer, strings, character, a float, everything, then it is known as what? Heterogeneous data. Okay, can you give an example of heterogeneous in C or C++ or Java? Okay, in Python or R it's easy. In there also it is easy. How can you hold a heterogeneous data in one container in C, C++ or Java? Using what concept? Hmm? Have you heard of structures? Yes, no. Structures, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remember in structure, what is a structure? Structure contains, okay, can hold what? Heterogeneous data. Whereas an array contains what? Homogeneous data. A array in C, C++, Java can hold what? Only same type, that is homogeneous data. But if you want to hold a heterogeneous data like employee details, student details, yes or no? Remember those small programs you might have done in your structure. Okay, employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee designation, kind of thing. So to hold heterogeneous data, we use structures in C, C++, Java. Classes, okay. Classes are nothing but extension of structures. Okay, structures, the type is what? Public. But whereas class is what? Private or protected. So classes are nothing but extension of structures. Structures are nothing but extension of arrays. Are you able to understand the connectivity? Okay. So based on the dimensionality and type, okay, in R we have 7 uh, data structures. Sorry. Okay, gives rise to 7 data structures which are most frequently utilized. Okay. Okay, so what are the data structures we'll be learning in R are what? Vectors, list, data frames, matrices, arrays, factors, and string. Okay. In today's class, we'll be only looking at the basic definition. Okay. No operations, nothing. Okay. What is vector we'll be seeing, what is list, what is data frame, so on, so forth. Again, in next class, we will try to study them in detail. Is it clear? Today we'll be only looking at the basic definition and declaration, and tomorrow we'll be looking more in detail into them in every data structure which is present here. Okay. First we start with vectors. Vectors are very important data structure in R. I could say the most okay, this is my statement. Okay, this is not a textbook statement. In my opinion, okay, based on my experience, I think vectors are the most important data structures in R. Okay, we'll be seeing what is vectors. Okay, try to concentrate on vectors now. Remaining all will become very easy. Okay, remaining all you might have already seen nothing. Okay, will become very easy. We'll be seeing vector. It is also very easy, not so difficult. A vector is the ordered collection of basic data types. Okay, remember this point. Ordered collection of what? Basic data types. Have you covered the topic basic data types? Yes, no, in first unit.
Yes, sir.
How many data types you have covered?
5.
Very good. Remember. Okay, remember these things. Okay, so vector is nothing but it's a collection of basic data type. That's it. Okay, of any given length. There is no constant on the length. The only key thing we should remember here is what? vector must be of what? Identical data type. So it cannot combine all the 5 data types. Okay, and you can declare a vector. You can't declare a vector combining all the 5 data types. Okay, you can declare a vector only using what? Identical data type. Means if you consider what? Numbers, it will contain only numbers. If you consider it as integers, it will contain only integers. If you consider only strings, it will contain only strings. If you contain only boolean boolean thing.
Just
Okay,
like an array, sir.
yeah, just like an array. Just like an array, but a little difference is there. Okay, that I'll tell you tomorrow when we go in detail about vectors. I'll tell you. But yeah, just like an array. Homogeneous data structure. Remember, what is a vector? Vector is a homogeneous data structure. And second point, vector is a one-dimensional data structure. Understood? Here we are going to learn data structures in R based on 2 things. One is dimensionality and one is what type they are. Okay, so here what is the dimensionality? It is of 1 dimension and it is of what type? Homogeneous data type. Okay, a small example. Okay, vector, how will you declare a vector? You should declare a vector using C function. Okay, C is like combining. Okay, C stands for what? Combining. Okay, how do you declare an array? If you declare an array, suppose I tell you array, how you declare? You declare like this, no? Yes or no?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. How do you declare a list in Python?
Brackets. Brackets.
These brackets only, no?
No square bracket.
These brackets only, square brackets. Okay, so there might be confusion. So here the thing is how vectors are declared. Vectors are declared only using C function, combining function. Here you're telling what? C of 1, 3, 5, 7 something. Okay, now execute it. Executed, and this is my vector 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. Here my variable came. Okay, and it is telling what num, and it is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, clear? Clear my vector?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have not yet discussed what is the class, what is the type, what will happen if I insert some other data type here. These are the things which I'll be concentrating tomorrow. Okay, at least basic thing is clear now. I know there are few doubts that I will clear tomorrow. Okay, what will happen if I give 3.6? What will happen if I give high in between? Will it throw an error or will it accept or not? That all I will discuss. Don't worry. Okay, till now we are not seen what you already, what is type of. Okay, what is type of X, what is class of X. Okay, this, if you're interested, you can do it ma, or else tomorrow I will show you. Okay, except these things, vector is clear. How to declare a vector is clear. How do you declare a vector?
Yes, sir.
Using C. C means what? A C function, that is what? Combined function. Okay, good, fine. Next we'll start with list. Okay, here a list is what? A generic object consisting of what? Ordered collection of objects. Okay, list is of what type? Heterogeneous type. Vector is of homogeneous type. List is of what? Heterogeneous type. And what is the dimension? It is also one dimensional. So what is the difference between vector and list?
Generic object means?
Verma? Yeah, generic object is your basic data type. Okay, your basic
Like
data type.
vector.
Vectors. Along with that, whatever, see, in Python or R, everything is objects. I created a structure or a class. I created an object. Yes or no? In Python, everything is on object. No, you can
Sir.
see, I have 10 employees. Okay, 10 employees of class some EMP. So EMP1, EMP2, 3 are objects. So that object also you can form a list. Okay, everything, that means to say everything, because in Python and R everything is an object. Okay, that is what the meaning of generic objects. Okay, yes, what is the difference between vector and list?
Sir, vector is homogeneous.
Yes,
List is heterogeneous.
heterogeneous, and both are one dimensional. Good. So now tell me, what is this? Is it a list or a vector? Hmm?
List.
How can you say it is a list?
Is a vector the CV uses in us.
So it is a vector, not a list. Don't get confused. Okay, this is a list. Sorry, this is a vector. Okay, having what? Variable and employee ID having what? Homogeneous values 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I run it. Sorry. Okay, now tell me, what is this? It is a list or a vector?
Vector, sir.
Good. It is also one more vector. Good. Now tell me, what is this? Is it a list or a vector?
It's integer.
Integer,
Variable, sir.
yes, a variable of numeric data type or integer data type. Okay, so fine. So remember these names. EMP is a vector of type integers. EMP name is a vector of type string. Okay, num of employees is a variable of type numeric. Okay, because I'm not given L. I hope you remember, if I give L only, it will take as integer. So numeric type. So using these three, I am creating a list. Understood, ma?
Yes, sir.
Here, how to create a list? I should use the function list of. I can't use square brackets like I do in Python. In Python, I have what? Square brackets, I have curly brackets. Okay, I have parentheses for different things, but here I don't have. Here I have to write list of. List of what? EMP ID. EMP ID is a vector of type integers. Okay, name is a vector of type strings. Number of employee is a numeric variable. Understood what is the meaning of generic objects? Understand, ma? It can be anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am creating. Now I created. Okay, now I'll print. See the output. See, how did you get the output? Okay, if you print separately, you'll get this output. If you print separately, you'll get, means if you print vector wise, you'll get this output separate, this output separate, and this output separate. Now because you have combined everything in a list, so these are part of list. Okay, clear? Again, operations on list, nothing we have learned. Clear with this? Only difference between list and vector is what? List is a homogeneous, vector is a heterogeneous, and both are one dimension. Good.
Yes, sir.
Data frames, have you, I think you have worked with data frames in Python? Yes?
No, sir.
Sir.
No?
No.
You did not work with pandas? Importing
No, sir.
files? Python?
No. No, sir, only we use the import function only, sir.
Okay, importing Excel files, NumPy, pandas, packages?
No, sir.
No,
No?
sir.
Okay, okay. If you, I thought it is covered. Okay, don't worry, I will cover it. Okay. In Python, data frame is the important data structures, in my opinion. Okay, these are my personal opinions. Okay, because all the data will be in what? In a tabular format, yes or no? Whatever data analysis, visualization, or whatever machine learning, whatever you want to do on data, okay, data will be in an Excel format or a table format. So whatever data is there in table format is known as what? Data frame. Okay. So data frame are generic data objects of R which are used to store what? Tabular data, which is used to store what? Tabular data. Okay. See here written. Data frames are the four more popular data objects in R programming language. Okay. Not only Python, in R also, because all the data will be there in data frames. It will not be there in list or vectors or somewhere else. All the real-time data on which you do your work, okay, analysis or building models or anything will be of what? Data frames. Okay. So why are we comfortable with data frames? Because from our childhood we are comfortable by seeing data within what? Tabular format. Okay. From childhood we have been trained to look at the data in a tabular format with rows and columns. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
With rows and columns. Okay. So definitely pakka rows and columns means it is a two-dimensional data. Till now vectors and lists are one-dimensional data, because here now I'm talking about rows and columns. It is a two-dimensional data and it is a heterogeneous data. Homogeneous is only near vectors. List is also heterogeneous, data frame also heterogeneous, but this is two dimension. Are you able to find the difference, ma?
Yes,
First
sir.
one is one dimension homogeneous, second one is one dimensional heterogeneous, third one is two dimension heterogeneous. Okay, likewise. Okay, these are lists of vectors. Combination of both now. These are what? Lists of vectors of equal length. Okay. We have some rules to be followed for data frames. Now. Some rules to be followed for data frames. Okay, what are that? A data frame must have column names. Okay, imagine your marks are there. How will you get your marks? Left side, vertical, you will have your roll numbers.
Subject.
Horizontal, you have your subject names. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So a data frame must have column names and every row should be a unique name. Yes or no? Column names are like your subject marks and your rows are like your pin numbers. Yes or no? Can I have two students with same pin numbers?
No, sir.
No. Good. So a data frame must have column names. Okay. Can I have duplicate column names? I can. Okay. Phone number 1 or phone number 2, email address or something. There can be okay some repeated data. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But rows should be unique. Okay. Each column must have what? Identical number of items. Okay. Each column must have what? Identical number of items. If there are 10 students, I should have 10 entries in the columns. Okay. If you write the exam, he'll get some marks. If you don't write the exam, we enter 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We don't leave it empty. Okay. Likewise. Each item in the single column must have same data type. Yes or no? When I enter subject 1 marks, will I enter only marks or will I enter grades in between? For 2 students marks, 1 student grade. It won't be like that, no?
Yes, sir.
One column is all marks or one column grades means all grades like this. Okay. But different columns may have what? Different data types. Yes or no? I can have subject marks, then average. Average can be of
Like
what?
for marks, one column, grades, one column.
Yes. Pin number, name, phone number, mail ID, anything. Okay, clear with these 4 points?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. To create list, we have list of function. To create list, we have list of function. To create data frame, we have what? Data.frame function. To create list, we have list of function. To create data frame, we have data.frame function. Okay, good. Now name is equal to C of what is this? What data type?
Sir.
Vector. Very good. Okay, some names, some languages, one more character vector, something age. Okay, good. Okay, then how to create a data frame? Df is equal to data dot frame name language age. Okay, all the vectors I am giving. Okay, I have to run it. 1 second. Run, 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 run. Now tell me what will be the structure of output. I'm telling data frame,
I think in table format.
rows and columns.
Yes.
Yeah. If you observe carefully here, see, I have given names. Yes. I have given language. I have given age. Everything I have given.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
But did I give these numbers 1, 2, 3?
No.
No. By default, it is giving. Why? Because this is a data frame. But for vectors and list, if you observe, those are in square brackets. Remember?
Yes,
But here not like that. Did you get 1, 2, and 3? Okay. But
the
in
output why we are getting like that, sir? For vectors, we are getting in the square brackets.
that I will discuss in vector topics. Okay. Here only we are seeing introduction, means only how to create them. Okay, operation, nothing we have learned. Many things there are. Okay, we have other things to learn, that we'll learn, don't worry. Okay, through that you can access them. If you want to access only from a list, you want to access a particular thing. Those are like indexing. In 2-dimension array we are indexing, no? In C, C++.
Yes, sir.
Okay, those are like indexing. Using them you can access. That is the only thing. Okay, but in real time we never create a data frame. Okay, in real time we have the data, no? We have real time data and we try to manipulate on that.
Yes, sir.
What is a matrix? Can you just guess? Try to guess.
A 2-dimensional array.
2-dimensional array. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll talk about dimensionality. 2-dimension. Fine. Type heterogeneous or homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
If it is heterogeneous, 2-dimension heterogeneous is a data frame.
Yes,
Yes or no? So to differentiate, we have what? 2-dimension homogeneous. A matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns. Okay. In matrix, as we know, rows are the ones that run horizontal. Yes or no? Rows run horizontal.
Yes, sir.
In column runs vertical. Matrix are 2-dimensional homogeneous data structure. 1 second, ma. Okay. To create a matrix, okay, for data frame you have what? Data dot frame. For list you have list of. Likewise for matrix you have matrix function. Are set of what? Vectors, because this is what? Homogeneous. Homogeneous are for list of vectors. So only using vectors you can create matrix. Okay. You have to pass how many number of rows and columns you want to have in the matrix. You want to pass how many number of rows and columns you want to have in the matrix. Okay. This is a very important point you have to remember by default. Okay. And matrix are by default what? A column wise order. What is this column wise order? I will show you an example. You get a better picture. So see here, I have taken a function matrix of, then this is my vector having how many elements? 9 elements. Then I'm telling how many rows I want. I want 3 rows. I want 3 columns. I want 3 rows and I want 3 columns. By default, it is column wise, but I want it row wise. What is the meaning of this? Is see, I will run this example and I will tell you.
Sir, A is equal to matrix. Is that the syntax?
Sorry, ma.
A is equal to matrix. We should close that bracket. No,
Here I am closing now.
no, sir. In 135 line. Okay, okay, sir.
That's what, ma. The matrix of function It's starting here, it is closing here. Now observe the output, I'll tell you. How did I get my numbers? 1, 2, 3, row wise or column wise? Row wise. I got it row, first row, I filled first row, then second row, then third row, because it is true. Okay, if I make it false, okay, if I make it false, now what is the output? Is it filling row wise or column wise? Column. Understood the meaning of the statement? What is that? By default, if you don't give true or false, if you skip this option, if you delete this option, so what it does, it will fill column wise. By default, it is column wise. It will fill column 1, 2, 3, next second column, third column. But if you want row wise, you should make it what? By row equal to true. Then it will fill row wise. Clear with this option?
By row is the keyword, sir.
By row is an no, not keyword. What kind of argument for a function? It has an argument. Okay, a function will have arguments, no? Default arguments, required arguments, likewise. Okay, in row is also an argument. These are all what arguments. These arguments are passing. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Sir, can you explain once again?
Complete matrix or only this by row?
Only that one by rows.
Yeah, I will tell you. Don't worry. This is how is my screen visible? Ma? I open RGUI.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how generally create a matrix. Okay, a matrix is equal to what? C1, 2, 3, 4, some values. Okay, then I am giving how many rows I want, how many columns I want. I press enter. Okay, this is output which I get. Okay, I have given what the numbers and then I specified how many rows I want, how many columns I want. So by default, what it will happen, it will fill column wise. It is filling what? Column wise. First it is filling this column 1, 2, 3. Next it is filling this column 4, 5, 6. Next it is filling this column 5, 6, 7. Okay, but I don't want column wise, I want row wise. I don't want column wise. Then I should add a function. What is that? By row equal to true.
So what if we write by column equal to false?
That argument is not there.
Okay.
Okay, what argument is there? Okay, so okay, 1 second. What happened? Error. What is that error? Okay, I got 2 plus here. Okay, see here. Now it is working row wise. Okay, clear? Here it was column wise. If you don't give, by default it is column wise. You have only 2 options. Either the data can be filled column wise or row wise. By default it is filling column wise. If you don't want column wise, you should give what by row equal to true. It will fill row wise. Clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is no need of giving by row equal to true. Only if it is false, you should give false. See, sorry, no need of giving by row equal to false. That is by default false. Okay, if you want to make it true, then only you give it true. Good. Next is our arrays. Okay, what is an array? Okay, arrays are data objects which stores data in more than 2 dimensions. Okay, we store the data in what? More than 2 dimension. So arrays can be of what? Like n dimension data structures. Okay, till now if you observe, vectors and lists are 1 dimension. Okay, data frame and matrices are 2 dimension. If you want to go beyond that dimension, okay, then we go for arrays. Clear? And one more thing, it is of what? Homogeneous. Okay, 1 dimension homogeneous vector. Okay, 2 dimension homogeneous matrices, more than 2 dimension homogeneous are arrays. Is the relation clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how to create vector? No, homogeneous. No, so you'll take vector only. You'll take vector only. So I take C of something something. Then I take this. Now we'll see the output. See, you are given what 3 dimension. No, it is like this is 2 by 2. This is 2 by 2. This is 2 into 2 by 2. Understood? Understood,
Repeat once
ma?
again, sir.
Okay. Okay, how many dimensions you are giving?
2.
3 dimensions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what does this mean? Create 2 rectangle matrices. Create 2 rectangle matrices with 2 rows and 2 columns. I have to create 2 rectangle matrices with 2 rows and 2 columns. So this is like my matrix 1. Okay. This is like my matrix 2. Yes or no? What is matrix? A 2-dimension homogeneous vector means structure. Yes or no? This is my matrix 1 and this is my matrix 2. When you observe carefully, here the 3rd dimension is showing 1 and it is showing 2. Okay. So all together is my array. Clear?
It's like an array consisting of 2 matrices.
Yes. It's like means a matrices containing 2 more matrices. Okay. A matrices containing 2 more matrices because of its dimensionality. So combine everything, it is known as an array. Okay. More than 2 dimensions. If there are more than 2 dimensions, it is known as array.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can we create 3 rectangular matrices from that, sir?
Yes. In dimension, no?
Once you show the outputs.
So how many elements you should have? Tell me. 2 into 2, 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Elements should be there, no? Okay. This is 1. With what? For 1 1. This is 2 for 2 1. This is third one for what? 1 2. Okay. This is the fourth one for 2 2. Everything together is an array of what? 4 dimensions. Okay. These are 2 dimensions. 2 dimensions. In 2 dimension 1 1 2 1. Then we have next dimension 1 2 2 2. Yes. Clear? Can I erase this? Yes, no. No response. Is C finished for you? C language.
Yes, sir. First semester.
In C, haven't you seen n-dimensional arrays in C? Yes, no. Did you learn at least 2-dimension arrays in C? After
Yes,
2, you might have learned 3-dimension.
yes, sir.
Okay. No. Okay. If you are learned there, it would be easy. Okay. That is the thing. Are you clear up to here?
Sir, doubt, sir.
Yes, ma.
Sir, can you explain that syntax, dim syntax?
Which syntax, ma? This is only dimensions, ma. Okay. It is an argument. It is an argument in which you are passing how many you want. Okay. Can I pass only 2? 8 are there now. So 4 into 2. It will create a matrix. Understood, ma? This I am passing a just
Sir, it's like a specifying number of rows and columns. no?
yes, only specifying number of rows and columns. See, I got matrix. I given only 2 dimension. No, if I give 2 dimension, it will create me a matrix. If I give 3 dimension, 3, it is only giving how many rows you want, how many columns you want. So you are here telling what? I want 2 rows and 4 columns. Can I interchange this? Can I make it 4 comma 2? Tell me what will be the output? Huh?
4 rows, 2 columns.
Yes, why error? 4 rows, 2 columns. Understood what is that dim? Dim is
Yes, sir.
yeah, forgot to tell that dim is a argument which take how many dimensions you want. The number of rows and columns. Okay, if you can keep on increasing. For 2 we have no name like row and column. Likewise, if you have 3, 4, 5, we can. Okay, but it should match with the number of elements. When you multiply this, the element should match. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I will continue factors in next class now. Okay, next time up, I'll continue factors in next class. Okay. If there are any doubts, you can just pin me in WhatsApp. Okay.
I have uploaded another assignment for loops, sir.
Yeah, yeah, that you do it in tomorrow's lab. Ma. Tomorrow you are having lab, no?
And we are seeing some of the Coursera courses in modules.
Yes, ma. That also you have to do. In Coursera courses, if you are related to your lab and if you are related to your theory, no? For lab, we have
There are
to
totally 4 courses.
not 4 courses. Out of them, 2 are what we say. Yeah, guided project. Okay, that you can do it in lab itself. Already one guided project we have finished in one lab.
Yes.
Okay, in one more lab, I'll give you time to finish that guided project. Okay, so sufficient time I will be giving. Only courses you have to do. That guided projects will be doing in our lab itself. Okay, ma?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma. Then see you tomorrow in lab. Fine. Yeah. Thank you. Bye all. Thank you. Ma.